Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here from Hill City, where we're just a few minutes. Oh, my goodness. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here from Hill City, where we're just a few minutes away from getting started and kickoff between the Oberlin Red Devils and the Hill City Ringnecks tonight. Senior night here at Hill City, and the Hill City seniors just went through that and have retreated back to the locker room. Oberlin making their way back out onto the football field. They'll retreat all the way to the north side. The football field here at Hill City runs from east to west, so Oberlin will be on the north side of the field. Hill City, the home team, will be on the south side. Oberlin wearing those white jerseys with the red numbers etched in black, the gray helmets with the Red Devil trident going down the middle of it, the gray pants here for you tonight. Hill City, they'll charge their way out onto the field here for you in just a second. Once again, Hill City comes in with a record of 4-3. Oberlin with a record of 2-5. Hill City coming off that big win last week against Stockton, 72-0 on the road to pick up a much needed and a big win after losing to Hoxie 36-24 right here at Ringneck Field just a couple of weeks before that. And it was a big loss as kind of determined who was going to be playing Atwood, or what the Atwood game would become of a district championship or not. But tonight, that district championship is being played in Atwood between Rollins County and Hoxie. So Hill City 2-2 in the district. Oberlin 1-3. A lot of playoff hopes on the line. Hill City trying to cement them into the playoffs, while Oberlin is trying to maybe make a little bit of a mathematical equation number to make themselves possibly get into the postseason as well if they can get the job done here tonight. Take you through your starting lineups. We'll start with the Hill City Ringnecks tonight. At right guard, it'll be a 5'8", 158-pound junior Skylar Rohr. At center, it'll be Kobe Keysweater, a 6 foot, 217-pound sophomore. And on the left guard spot, it'll be Mitchell Presley, 6 foot, 200-pound freshman. At the quarterback spot, Aiden Iamrine, 6 foot 2, 184-pound senior. At the running back spot, Jaden Nuss, 6'2". At the tight end spot, it'll be Dayton Steffen, 6 foot, 170-pound junior. At the wide and Atkins, 5'10", 154-pound junior. And at the wide receiver spot, Tyler Ashbaugh, 5'8", 142-pound sophomore. On the defensive side of the football, Kobe Keysweater, 6'2", 217-pound sophomore. And Mitchell Presley, 6 foot, 200-pound freshman, will make up the defensive end spots. The linebacker spot, 4 of them, Dayton Steven, 6 foot, 170-pound junior. Aiden Amrine, 6'2", 184-pound senior. Skylar Rohr, 5'8", 158-pound junior, and Tyler Ashbaugh, 5'8", 142-pound sophomore. At the defensive back spot, it'll be Jaden Nuss, 6'2", 181-pound senior, and Cameron Atkins, 5'10", 154-pound junior. Once again, the starting lineup for Travis Dabins, Hill City Ringnecks, who's in his 7th year, 44-23 record overall. For the Oberlin Red Devils tonight, starting lineup pretty much the same as it has been all season long. On the offensive side of the football for Brandon Hardwick's squad, it'll be Garrett Emick, 5'10", 185-pound junior, Caden Shaw, 5'10", 187-pound freshman, and Rustin Bailey, 5'8", 100. Lucas Zadro, 5'10", 153-pound senior, and Josiah Pattengall, 5'6". At the wide receiver spots, it'll be Reed Fort, 5'11", 138-pound senior, and Talon Savage, 5'9", 136-pound junior. At the tight end spot, it'll be Tyler Osmeyer, 6'2", 195-pound sophomore. At the defensive side of the ball, it'll be Garrett Emick, 5'10", 185-pound junior, and Tyler Osmeyer, 6'5" sophomore. At the nose guard spot, Theodore Butterfield, 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. At the linebacker spot, Lucas Zadro, 5'10", 153-pound senior, and Rustin Bailey, 5'8", 152-pound freshman. Josiah Pattengall also makes up a linebacker spot at 5'6", 151 pounds, and he is a freshman. At the defensive spots, it'll be Reed Ford, 5'11", 138-pound senior, and Talon Savage, 5'9", 136-pound junior. Under the head coaching tutelage of Brandon Hardwick in his 3rd year at Oberlin, 7-18 overall in his 3 years for the Red Devils. Looking to win more than 2 games this season after they just won 2 last year as well. So looking to kind of get back to those winning ways and see if they can do it here tonight against the Hill City Ringnecks. Hill City once again 4-3, big win last week against Stockton 72-0. Oberlin losing in 3 quarters last week to Rawlins County 58-12. Really played well in the first half and made it only a 24-point game at halftime at 36-12, but a couple of mistakes to start the second half, and quickly, just as the second half started, the game was over by a final score of 58-12. So the Red Devils looking to rebound for that. Like I mentioned, a lot of playoff hopes on the line tonight between Hill City and Oberlin, as each team has met at the 40-yard line. Hill City has won the toss and has chosen to receive, and so they will start with the football here tonight on senior night. And for the first drive for the Ringnecks tonight, all the seniors will play, and then it'll go back to the original starting lineup. So we'll see a lot of the seniors out there on this first drive for the Ringnecks, and then kind of back to their normal starting lineup. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have kickoff between Oberlin and Hill City right here on today's Best Country 101.1 KFNF. Back here from Hill City, where we're just about set and ready to go. Each team meeting one final time with the head coaches on their respective out here tonight. Boy, what a beautiful night for football. Can you believe almost 90 degrees today in the middle of October? We'll get as low as about 67 by the end of game time here for you today. But boy, going to be a beautiful weekend in Oberlin and down here in Hill City. Beautiful night, not a single cloud in the sky. The sun's starting to set just behind the horizon here at Hill City. Beautiful night for football here in Hill City, Kansas. Oberlin, Garrett Emick is out there surrounded by the team of the gray helmets. Hill City wearing the red jerseys, all red, white stripes down the pants, white numbers. And they'll do the little pooch kick right up the middle of the football field. Takes a weird bounce, and it'll be finally caught at the 15-yard line. Got some running room as Jaden Nuss as he breaks outside the 25 and makes his way out near the 25-yard line to start the contest for the Hill City Ringnecks. So the first possession for the Ringnecks will start just right at about the 25-yard line here for you tonight. Hill City 4-3, 2-2, looking to cement themselves a playoff spot. Oberlin looking to make a little bit of a controversy there. And Amrine will go under center here for the first possession. Takes it, throws it out into the flat. Pass caught. Running out to the outside and getting some running room out there will be Mason Herman, the senior. And he'll make his way out to about the 30-yard line.
That's completed to Herman, number 10. Knocked out of bounds.
There on the first play of the contest, gain of 3. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 here for the Ringnex. 11:49 and counting to go in the first quarter of play. 0-0 score just underway here from Hill City on 101.1 KFNF. Sam Knoll alongside you here. Out of the shotgun is Amrine. Man on his hip, takes the snap, hands it off. Jaden Nuss got some running room off the left side. He's at the 30 to the 35, has the first down, and he dodges Oberlin Red Devil tackle before he's finally forced out of bounds there on the far side of the football field by Reed Fort. So he needed 7 and picked up a good chunk right there, about about 11 yards right there on the gain there for Tate Balthazar. So a pickup of 11 right there. Here's the snap, handoff. Amrine looking to just retreats to go out of bounds. Was still looking to keep on running, but Gage Willoughby had a hold of his foot, and then Nuss was
knocked out of bounds by number 3, Hobby.
4 for Jaden Nuss. Now has 2 carries for a total of 11 yards to start the contest. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to go here. Backfield, one eligible out to either side, takes the snap. QB design, run up the middle of the football field. He's at the 35 to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10 to the 5. He's down the sideline in Amrine to score it for the Hill City Ringnex. So 41 total yards. First run of the game, he takes her to the house for a touchdown and puts Hill City out in front 6-0. And that was something Coach Brendan Hardwick said, going to have to deal with the speed. Amrine, who was an all-state kicker last year, is going to go out there and try to kick the PAT this time for just 1 point instead of 2 like we've been seeing most of the year. Here's the snap, ball down, kick is up. It hits the left crossbar and falls down, so Amrine can't get the PAT to go through, and our down 6-0 to the Ringnex. We'll be back with more Oberlin Red Devil football right here on today's Best Country 1 KFNF. Back here from Hill City, Aiden Amrine with a 41-yard touchdown run, and with 11:12 to go here in quarter number 1, the Hill City Ringnex already up 6-0. Oberlin will take to the field after a touchback. Lucas Zadro will be out of the shotgun, takes the snap, QB run off the left side. He's got some running room, takes it out across the 15 to the 20-yard line and gets it across the 20 for a nice pickup on first down there for Lucas Zadro. Had a tough week last week running the football. 18 carries for just 11 yards. Had to deal with some sacks in there as well, but could never get that positive foot forward. First play of the contest. The Red Devils running game last week really did very well. Took a lot of time off the clock, and they were able to pick up some big first downs on 3rd and 4th down through the air. See if they can do that again this week. Zadro will go under center, has a man right behind him. Zadro takes the snap, hands it off. This is to Patton Gall on the outside. He's got some running room, takes it out across the 25, spins off a ringneck, makes 27 to go, and a 6-0 Hill City lead. And here for the Red Devils.
1st and 10 for the Red Devils. 31.
After the pickup of 11 there for Josiah Pattengall. First down and still is able to get it off to the right side and picks up a few yards. Great job right there by Lucas. Able to get to the outside on the far side of the football field and make his way out for maybe a half yard is what it looked like. And yes, they will say it is as they mark the ball forward. And so he picks up a couple of yards right there, does Lucas, 2 to be exact. And it brings up 2nd down and 8 here for the Red Devils, who have not been forced to a 3rd down yet. And as they picked up their first down of the contest on 2nd down on the first set of 4. 9:35 and counting to go, first quarter of play, 6-0, Hill City in front on the 41-yard touchdown run from Aiden Amberine right there on the first drive of the contest. Lucas will go under center again this time. He's got a man out of the backfield along with him. One eligible out to the right, takes the snap, handoff right up the middle, lowering the shoulder, and then getting upended and brought down is Josiah Pattengall. He's able to pick up a couple of yards, but man, what a hit right there from the linebacker core of the Hill City Ringnecks to bring him down, upended him as they went for kind of legs right there and got up underneath them and just threw him back onto the ground. He's able to pick up a yard and brings up 3rd down and 7. So the first Red Devil 3rd down coming up here with 8:57 to go in the first quarter of play. Oberlin down 6-0, looking for a big win here to force some mathematical equations, see if they can make it into the postseason. Taking a long time in the huddle here, relaying the play from the sideline. And now we got a timeout on the football field taken by the Oberlin Red Devils. We'll take one with them. Oberlin down 6-0 here with 8:28 to go. This is Oberlin Red Devil football on 101.1 KFNF. Back here from Hill City out of an Oberlin Red Devil timeout. 8:28 to go here in the first quarter of play. Oberlin so far giving up a 41-yard touchdown drive out of the timeout. Lucas Zadra out of the shotgun, sends him out of the backfield, takes the snap. QB run up the middle this time, and he's lowered right there at the original line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a yard to get out to the 35-yard line. We'll see. And yes, they're going to say he picked up about a yard, and it'll bring up 4th down and decision time here for Brandon Hardwick on his side of the 40-yard line with a 4th down and 5. So the Red Devils did a great job running there on the first set of downs, and then the second one had a little bit of trouble. Lucas only to get a yard back. So Oberlin picked up a big first down. Now Garrett Emick will punt. He does get it off, just barely pooches it off, and then has it go out of bounds after the snap almost went over his head. But it'll roll out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Ringnecks will take over for their second drive of the contest with 7:52 to go in the first quarter of play. 6-0 Hill City in front. So Oberlin able to pick up a first down there on that drive, just couldn't get anything going on the next set of 4. And now Hill City will make their way back out there after a 41-yard touchdown run with just 11:12 to go in the game. So it just took under a minute for the Ringnecks to get into the end zone. Up 6-0, 7:52 to go. So they'll start their second drive. 2 eligible each way for the Ringnecks. Out of the backfield, Amrine takes the snap, wanting to throw, does out in the flat, pass caught on his way. He's across the 40 to the 35, puts a stiff arm to Capuzzo, and then makes his way out of bounds. So it was a great pass and catch right there to Dayton Stephen, and he takes it from the 34-yard line to the Red Devil 31. So a great pickup there on first down. And a pickup of 15 through the air there from Amrine to Dayton Stephen, the big tight end threat who last week had 2 touchdowns alone himself as well. Amrine out of the shotgun again. He's got Nuss on his left hip, 1 eligible each way. Takes the snap, hand off to Nuss. He's at the 30, still on his feet at the 35 before he's wrapped up and brought down in the secondary, I should say, by Josiah Pattengall. So a manageable pickup right there on first down. It'll make it 2nd down and 2 after Jaden Nuss goes for 8 on first down.
And off was to Nuss.
So brings up second down and 2 here for the Ring Necks with 7:22 and counting to go in the first quarter of play. Out of the shotgun will go Amrine again, 2 eligible to the right. Nuss on his hip in the backfield, takes a snap, hand off to Nuss again, and Laundry will come in and stop the play before it even got started. False start going to be called on the Ring Necks, and that'll move them back. So Oberlin will take that, make it second instead of 2nd and 2. It'll make it 2nd down and 7, and kind of negates that run that Nuss just had, but it still sticks in the stat book for him. 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. 6-0 on the 41-yard touchdown run from Aiden Amrine to start the contest. Amrine back there again to the backfield out of the shotgun. He's got Nuss on the left hip, 2 eligible to the left. Takes the snap, handoff. Amrine up the middle of the football field, cutting back across Red Devil defenders, making his way out. Has enough for the first down as he dives inside the 20-yard line. And it's another first down right there as he takes it from the 28 deep into Red Devil territory inside the red zone to the 19. So a pickup of 9 right there for Aiden Amrine. He's had 2 rushes so far to start the contest and has already had 50 yards and a touchdown. Now he's looking to throw again on the hurry up. Still looking to throw. He does pass. He is caught maybe on the sideline. No, they'll say running out of bounds as they were looking to hit Balthazar, who was coming back to the football right at about the 10-yard line as Hill City would hurry up there inside the red zone with a new set of sticks. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 after the pass was caught, but they say he went out of bounds. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Ring Necks just inside the Red Devil red zone at the 19-yard line. Amrine again will go out of the shotgun. Empty backfield. He has 2 eligible to the right, 1 to the left. A couple of tight ends on the line as well. Takes the snap, wanting to throw. Pump fakes over the middle of the football field. Pass caught right there at the 10. Diving his way at the 15. Diving his way to the 5 will be Jaden Nuss. Jaden Nuss coming up with a big catch right there through the air and almost gives the Ring Necks a new set of downs. And it brings up 3rd down and 1 after the pickup of 9. So pickup of 9 through the air there to Jaden Nuss, who had a big week last week receiving. Amrine will go out of the shotgun again. 2 eligible to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap. It's QB option. It pitches it out to Nuss. Nuss breaks a defender and makes his way into the end zone for a touchdown. This one coming from 10 yards out, and it puts the Ring Necks in front 12-0 with 6:07 to go here in the first quarter of play. So Jaden Nuss this time. It was Amrine doing it on drive number 1. This time it's Jaden Nuss. And Hill City will trot out Amrine once again. He will kick this PAT. Missed the first one. Looking to pop the second one in there. All-state kicker from last season. Motions a man across the line right to left. Takes the snap. Ball down. Kick is up. It is on the way. In dead center through the uprights. And Aiden Amrine gets the PAT to go this time. With 6:07 to go in the first quarter of play. It is Hill City 13, Oberlin 0. It's Oberlin Red Devil football right here on today's Best Country 101.1 KFNF. Welcome back here from Hill City, where we are in the first quarter of play. Still 6:07 to go in the first quarter left here before the quarter break. And Amrine will pooch this one away and out of the back of the end zone again for another touchback. And if you got a good kicker in 8-man football like Aiden Amrine, Hoxie has one as well, it just adds another layer because you're starting the possession for the other team at the 15 no matter what, and you get a long field to work with. Where if you kick it and make them return it back, sometimes they'll get it out across the 20 to the 25. But Oberlin, for the second time, will have first down and 10 from the 15. Oberlin running the plays in this week. For the most part, they have been using the hand signals. 2 men in the backfield here with Lucas Zadro. Josiah Pattengall down to a three-point stance. Fakes once, fakes twice. Lucas Zadro up the middle and will be brought down right away. Kind of a little triple option type look of an offense right there for the Red Devils. And gaining about a half of a yard right there was Lucas Zadro on the play. They'll say no gain technically, and it'll bring up second down and 10 for the Red Devils here, who are doing it kind of the more traditional way here, running the play in from the sideline and then going back to the huddle. They relay the play, and then they run their way up. And most of the time this season has been Coach Brandon Hardwick that has been doing out the hand signals. 2 receivers to the right, none to the left. Takes the snap. Pattengall wanting to throw out of the flat pass. Caught by Osmeyer at the 20. Shakes off a defender as he makes his way out to the 25 before he's finally brought out of bounds. Might be enough for a first down, though. They'll say he's probably a length of football short, and it'll bring up third down and 1 here for the Red Devils. Great pass right there from Josiah Pattengall through the air to hit none other than Tyler Osmeyer. Had a big week last week, did Osmeyer, and now he starts out with a big-time catch right there. Brings up third down and 1 for the Red Devils. So far, 0 for 1 on third downs. They picked up their first down on a second down play there on the first drive of the contest. Here's their second drive with 5:27 to go. Third down and 1 for the Red Devils, sitting at their own 24-yard line. Red Devils will go with the jumbo package. It'll be Lucas Zadro to take the snap. He does, looks, hands it off. Josiah Pattengall got some running room, has the first down, and he's just tripped up there by the linebacker core of the Hill City Ringnecks. Back there is Aiden Amrine that was able to get him by the shoelaces, or else he might have had himself another touchdown right there as he takes it out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Ball was placed right at about the 24, so a pickup of 3 there for Josiah Pattengall on third down to pick up the first third down here for the Red Devils today. Out of the shotgun this time, it'll be Josiah Pattengall wanting to throw, still wanting to throw to the right. He does, floats it, and just shoots it over the head of Reed Ford, who was wide open right at the sticks. But it'll come up short and way over the top of his head, and it'll bring up second down and 10. Josiah Pattengall had himself a wide open receiver there, but just couldn't find the connection with Reed Ford, and it'll bring up second down and 10 now for the Red Devils, who so far today have only passed it now twice, each of them coming on this possession. Second down and 10 for the Red Devils from their own 27. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play, down 13-0. It'll be Zadro out of the shotgun. Pattengall on his left hip. Nobody out to either side. Takes a snap. QB run off the right side. He knocks around a couple of defenders. Still on his feet. Lowers his shoulder and powers his way across the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up a hard-earned yard. And it'll bring up third down here for the Red Devils. Still inside the sticks. So third down and 9, they do officially give them 1 there on the carry. And the Red Devils forced again to third down, just like they were on that last set of 4 that they had. Were able to convert it. Can they hear the Red Devils this season converting third downs? It's kind of been one of their crutches. Only 10 of 58 on the season for 15% coming into tonight. Shotgun set here for Zadro. Man on his hip, one eligible to the right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, wanting to throw. He does. Over the middle, pass is caught by Osmeyer. Shakes off a defender, and he makes his way out across the sticks for the Red Devil first down as he takes it to the 40-yard line. Great job by none other than Tyler Osmeyer again, taking it from the 29 to the ball will be placed right at about the 39. A pickup of 10 through the air right there from Zadro to Tyler Osmeyer, making a big game here. So with his 2 catches and already for 19 yards for the Red Devils. Call it actually 11 through the air there. So to bring up first down and 10 for the Red Devils as they convert on back-to-back third down. Shotgun set here again for Zadro. Man on his hip, takes the snap. QB run off the right side, gets to the 40-yard line and dives across it. So it'll be about a yard pickup right there for Lucas and to bring up second down for the Red Devils. So the Red Devils have kind of started getting some things to click here on the offensive side of the ball in the past couple of weeks. That first half against Rawlins County looked really good on a couple of different drives right there in which they were able to punch in a touchdown. One coming on fourth down and goal from the 13-yard line. The other one on a 25-yard touchdown run. Now they have second down and 10 from the 40-yard line. They'll say it was a no gain there for for Zadro. Patton out of the shotgun, and he loses the footballs. Now he's still looking to throw. He does, and the pass will be picked off. Down the sideline, racing and having himself a pick six will be the Hill City Ringnecks. Dayton Stephen for the touchdown to make it 20-0. It was a bad snap. Went off of Patton Gall's right bare paw, bounced off the turf. He just looked to throw it at the last second and throws it right into Stephen's hands at about the 40-yard line, and he took it for 6 for an interception return for a touchdown to make it 19-0 with 3:24 to go. What a good drive for the Red Devils. Just stopped short there by an ugly mistake. And again, the Ringnecks will come out of the PAT formation. Am Ryan back out there to kick it away. So a interception return for a touchdown, and just like that, it is 20-0. Ringnecks in front with 3:24 to go here in the first quarter of play. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more Oberlin Red Devil football right here on today's Best Country 101.1 KFNF. Back here from Hill City, where the Red Devils, down 20-0 here in the first quarter of play, really put a good drive together on that last possession. Picked up a couple of big third downs, but it was Josiah Pattengall who lost the football on the snap. Still rolled out to his right, trying to make something of the play as he had a ring neck coming down, ringing down his neck, I guess you could say, and he just threw the football up in the air, and it was picked off right away. Am Ryan will boot this one away, since a high end-over-end spinner that Willoughby will take at the 40-yard line, hands it off to Capuzzo. He's got some running over the 10 to the 15, 20, 25, out to the 30, still on his feet as he makes his way out just across the 30-yard line. No, they'll stay right at about the 25 is where he stepped out of bounds, and that's where the Red Devils will take over. First down and 10, best field position for the Red Devils today, who made it out to the 40-yard line that last time, but ended up throwing the interception. 45-yard touchdown there on the interception return for Dayton Stephen, who comes up with another interception. That is Dayton's third interception on the season now for the Ringnecks. It'll be Zadro out of the shotgun, one eligible to the right, couple of tight ends to the right side as well. Zadro out of the shotgun, man on his hip, takes a snap, hand off to to Pattengall as he dives forward to get out across the 25, picks up about the length of a football. It'll bring up second down and 10 here for the Red Devils. So the Red Devils rushing the football so far today, 10 rushes for 25 yards, 20 through the air for a total of 45 so far on the game. It's 20-0 Hill City. Red Devils trying to chip back away. Like I mentioned, a lot at stake here tonight for the Red Devils. If they're able to come back and win this game, they'll be able to force kind of some mathematical equations, see if they're into the postseason next week. Zadro will be out of the shotgun. Man on his hip of the backfield is Pattengall. Two eligible to the left. Takes the snap, wanting to throw, still wanting to throw, and flags will come in, and they'll say this is going to go against Hill City, I think. So the Red Devils will move up 5 yards. And yes, so encroachment called. Only the second penalty tonight called. Oberlin, surprisingly, doesn't have one of them. So that's a pretty good night for the Oberlin offense. Like we mentioned, like Coach Hardwick was mentioning, some points for the Red Devils getting some of those offsides penalties, but have done a really great job the past couple of weeks, even dating back to the Hoxie game, of really settling to the right, none to the left, couple of tight ends, man on his hip of the backfield, takes a snap, it's a handoff to Pattengall, up the middle of the football field, got a right at about the line to gain there, just about a yard short. So a pickup on 3rd and 5 of 4 yards. And 1 for the Red Devils. Their 4th third down try right here, this time with 1 minute and 58 seconds. Timeout on the field. Looks like we got ring neck tying a shoe, or someone tying a shoe for him. With 1 minute and 45 to go in the first quarter of play, 20-0, Hill City in front. So the Ringnecks coming out right away, scoring on their first 2 possessions, and then an interception return for a touchdown right there for the season, and he comes up with a TD attached to it this time. Sadro will go out of the shotgun, receivers out to either side. Throw. He does out into the flat, and it's just wide of the intended target on the far side of the football field, right at about the Hill City 35. It was gauged just a half yard, and they went to throw it on 3rd down and 1. Their own 35-yard line here. Interesting play call right there. But the Red Devils will come up after Patton Gall. Just over. Red Devils will go for it. 4th down and maybe a half of a yard from the 35. Zadro, QB sneak, but he's wrapped up in the backfield, and I don't think he got it. Slicing in from the right side there was the Ringnecks. Coming in to get it was Mitchell Presley, and he didn't get it. He came up about 2 inches short, and it will be a turnover on downs, and the Red Devils will give it back to the Ringnecks at the Red Devil 35-yard line, and that opportunity for the Red Devils to stay on the football field. Now 20-0. On the first quarter of play. Out of the shotgun is Amrine. 2 eligible to the left. Nuss on his hip of the backfield. Takes a snap. Throws it out to Nuss in the flat of the 40. To the 35-30. Still on his feet as he tries to the stick down over there on the far side of the field. And a man is down over there for the Ringnecks. There's a man down over there on the We're going to take a quick. When we come back, we'll have more Red Devil football. Red Devils down 20-0 with 1 minute and 2. Back here from Hill City, injured player down to the far side of the field for the Ringnecks was Cameron Atkins. He was able to get up and walk off and make his way to the Hill City bench. Hopefully he's going to be okay. The 5'10", 154-pound junior's had a big year this year in the receiving category. Really helped out the Ringnecks, and hopefully he'll be okay as he takes a seat there on the bench. Ringnecks with the football, 2nd down and 1 from the 26-yard line after a pass to Nuss for 9 through the air. Amber out of the shotgun, takes the snap. It's a jet sweep there to Ashbaugh. He's got some running room as he cuts back at the 25 to the 20 before he's ripped down and thrown out from behind there by Capuzzo. Does have enough to move the sticks there.
Number 11, Ashbaugh around the right side.
And it'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Ringnecks after a pickup of 8 there
First down, Hill City.
from Tyler Ashbaugh on the jet sweep.
On the 18.
The Ringnecks have not had a 3rd down yet. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking, throws it out into the flat. Passes caught there by Steven. He's got some running room. Cuts back at the 15. Dives his way near the 10. And moves the ball again. And the Ringnecks haven't had a problem doing that today. And like Coach Hardwick mentioned last week, so it'll be 2nd down and 2 after the pickup of 8 there to Steven. for the Ringnecks. Second down and 2. Sends a man into motion. Left to right across the line. Takes the snap. Amrine looking to throw. He does. Has a man wide open. Pass is caught there by Ashbaugh. Breaks a defender. Diving towards the goal line, but it'll come up short. So he had the ball right at about the 10-yard line and dives his way to the 1. So a pickup of 9 there for Amrine through the air this time to Tyler Ashbaugh. And it'll bring up second down and goal. First and goal here for the Ringnecks with no time left as the first quarter comes to a close. So first quarter comes to an end. Hill City running a little bit of a hurry-up offense. Had us jumping around in our seats up here. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, second quarter action from Hill City where the Ringnecks lead at 20-0. Back here from Hill City here in the second quarter of play now. 12 minutes back up on the scoreboard. Hill City after one quarter leading 20-0. First down and goal from the 1. Amrine out of the shotgun. Nobody to the backfield. Takes a snap. Wanting to throw it out into the flat. Does. Pass caught right at the sticks and in for the touchdown. For the third one of the year is Tyler Ashbaugh. This one coming from 1 yard out. And just like that, Hill City is back in front 27-0. 26-0, I should say, pending this PAT from Aiden Amrine, who's 2 for 3 on PATs today and attempting his 4th here. Snap down, ball up, and it will go through the uprights. Looked like it might be just a little wide left, but instead it sneaks in, and Hill City leads it with 11:55 to go here in the second quarter of play. It is Hill City 27, Oberlin 0. Oberlin Red Devil football here on 101.1 KFNF. Back here from Hill City, 27-0. Ringnecks in front. This will be a little line drive kick that Willoughby will let go past him right there at the 5-yard line and enter the end zone for another touchback. So the Red Devils will take over the football. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Another possession here for the Red Devils. Their last one just weren't able to convert on 4th down and inches. One before that interception return for a touchdown. Have put a couple of good drives together and have gotten some good plays, just haven't been able to stretch them all together into one big long drive that ends in 6 points. And we'll see if they can do it here with 11:55 to go. It'll be Zadro out of the shotgun. Man on his hip in the backfield. Zadro takes the snap, fakes the handoff, read option, and he's wrapped up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage by a gang of ringnecks, and leading the charge right there for the ringnecks, it'll be Dayton Steven coming in. Steven already with an interception return for a touchdown. It'll go down as a loss. Hill City so far on the night, 138 total yards of offense to just 49 for the Red Devils. They'll say it was a loss of a yard there for Lucas, who now has had 7 carries on the night for just 9 yards. 27-0, second quarter of play. Second down at 11 for the Red Devils from their own 14-yard line. Zadro will go under center this time, has Pattengall in the backfield along with another man, takes the snap, hands it off there to Pattengall, breaks a defender at the original line of scrimmage and dives his way forward, for he's wrapped up there in the far backfield, in the far secondary by Dayton Steven, and brought down to the far side hash, and he picks up a good 4 or 5 yards there after it was third down and 11. Takes it out to the 19-yard line after a pickup of 4. Josiah Pattengall continues to move those legs, and like Coach Hardwick mentioned, he's speedy, strong, and it's something that a lot of people don't take into account when tackling him. And he's just so strong in the legs. Shotgun set here for Zadro. 2 eligible to the right. Takes the snap. Wanting to throw here. Passes over the middle of the football field. Caught by Fort right at the sticks. Across the sticks. Out to the 30 before he's wrapped up and brought down out of bounds. So a great pass and catch right there on 3rd and 6 to move the sticks for the Red Devils out and closer to Hill City territory. Something they haven't been in tonight, as they've gotten to the 40 but never across the 40-yard line so far today. So it'll bring up first down and 10 for the Red Devils after a 9-yard pass there from Zadro to senior Reed Fort. And the Red Devils pick up their 4th first down and now their third down conversion. 3 for 5 on those today. Zadro will go under center. Pattengall right behind him out of the short eye. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Pattengall lowers his shoulder. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Flags will come in as he's wrapped up and brought down by Aiden Amrine. It was like 2 brick walls hitting each other right there. And then they just stood up and ran sideways for a few yards before finally Amrine was able to get his shoulders a little bit lower and push him back. But a flag will go against the Red Devils possibly here. As we'll see, yes, it looks like it is going to go against the Red Devils. Holding going to be called on the Red Devils, and that'll move them back 10 yards, and they will enforce it. First Red Devil penalty tonight comes in the second quarter of play with 10:18 to go. That's pretty good for the Red Devils, who have had troubles with the penalties all year long. And so far, like I mentioned, those drives kept getting positive and positive yards. Just couldn't string 10 plays together to make it a 6 points. Shotgun set here for Zadro now. Receivers out to either side. Takes the snap. Rolling out to his right. He's still wanting to throw. Now will take off on a run. Lowers his shoulder, and he's hit out of bounds by Amrine at the 20-yard line. So they were back at the 18. He's able to pick up a couple right there. Maybe for a couple of yards. Yes, they will say it was second down and 18. After they say Pattengall got 2 there on that rush. So Zadro getting 2 right there and 2 much-needed yards. Shotgun set for Zadro here. Now on second down and 18, it'll be Pattengall to take the snap. Wanting to throw, he does. Has Osmeyer wide open pass on a diving catch. Is caught at the 25. So that'll make this third down just a little bit less. And Tyler Osmeyer comes up with his 3rd reception, the most for him in a single game this season. So far on the year, came into tonight with 11 receptions for 143. He's already added 3 there as he picks up 6 through the air from Josiah Pattengall, who adds a little bit more to his passing numbers. Now 2 for 5 for 15 yards on the night. It'll be Zadro out of the shotgun this time. He's got 2 eligible to the right, couple of men stacked on the line to the left. Sends a man into motion. That's Zadro to be Pattengall to take the snap. He does. Throws out into the flat pass. Got to the 40. 35. There at the 30-yard line. Great pass and catch from Josiah Pattengall to Lucas Zadro, taking it from the 26 of their own to the Hill City 30. Great play call right there by Brandon Hardwick to pick up a big third down. So it'll go actually to the Hill City 29-yard line, a pickup of 15 through the air from Josiah Pattengall to Lucas Zadro. So how about the quarterbacks throwing it to each other right there and picking up a much-needed first down for the Red Devils, and it's their first time in Hill City territory today. First down and 10 for the Red Devils from the ringneck 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun will go Zadro, man on his hip of the backfield, takes the snap, QB run off the right side, he's got some room, breaks a defender, now stumbling his way as he just falls over the top of his own feet to about the 25-yard line, and it'll bring up second down. So they had first down and 10 there from about the 29, so a pickup of 3 for Lucas Zadro on his 9th carry of the night. Back-to-back positive yardage gains for him, which is huge. And it brings up second down and 7 for the Red Devils with 8:22 to go with the football from the 25-yard line of the Ringnecks. It'll be Pattengall out of the shotgun. He's got 3 eligible and a trip set to the right. Takes the snap, wanting to throw it out to his right. No, comes back across the left and just threw it short. It was a perfect play set up right there over the middle for Lucas Zadro, who's running a little in route there at about the 20-yard line. Would have just had to dive forward to the sticks to pick up the first down, but the throw just comes up a little short, and it'll bring up third down here for the Red Devils and 7 to go with 8:06 to go in the first quarter of play. Red Devils with a football from the ringneck 25-yard line in the second quarter. 8:06 to go now. Red Devils with the football. Third down and 7 from the 25. Pattengall out of the shotgun. A receiver's either way. Zadro on his hip of the backfield. Takes the snap. Wanting to throw. He will. He throws the deep ball. Has a man. Capuzzo open. The pass is intercepted. No. In and out of the hands of Dayton Stephen, who almost had the interception. Capuzzo beat him on the go route, but Stephen just closed in on him and was able to go up and almost intercept the football. Thrown there from Capuzzo. That'll bring up fourth down and 7 out for the Red Devils. Had a couple of rushing touchdowns this season, but never one through the air to him. Only 3 receptions for 13 yards, but has 9 carries for 134 and 3 TDs this season. Zadro out of the shotgun, man on his hip, receivers out to either side, tied in on the line, takes the snap. No, they fake the handoff. It goes to Pattengall, throws it over the middle. The pass caught on a diving catch across the sticks. Are they going to say they have it? Yes, they do. It's Reed Fort that comes up with a catch. What a play right there as Zadro took the snap, handed it off to Pattengall, who looked to run and then just stopped and winged it over the middle of the field and found a wide open Talon Savage, that's who made the catch right there over the middle of the football field. So they needed 7, picked up 8 there through the air from Pattengall to Savage. Shotgun set this time for Zadro. 2 receivers out to either side, takes the snap. Zadro on a QB run, takes it inside the 15, diving his way near the 10-yard line. He'll be wrapped up and brought down from behind, and to bring up second down and mid here for the Red Devils with 7:20 before the halftime break. So pick up a 3 there for Zadro to bring up second down and 7 from the 11-yard line. So at the ringneck 11-yard line, it was a big 15-yard catch for the Red Devils that extended the drive, and now they're trying to do it again here. Second down and 7 for the Red Devils from the ringneck 11. Shotgun set. It'll be Pattengall to take the snap. He's wanting to throw out to his right. He does over the middle, has a man, and the pass is intercepted by Stephen again as he's racing up the near side of the field to the 20, to the 25, still on his feet as he's trying to reverse his field, and now he does on the far side of the 30, 35 to the 40, still on his feet before he's finally pushed out of bounds. It was Josiah Pattengall looking for Gage Willoughby right at about the 5-yard line, overshot him, and Dayton Stephen makes the interception at about the goal line and takes it all the way out to the 40-yard line. Second interception for Josiah Pattengall today. The first one goes for 6. That one goes for 40 yards, and the Red Devils will be back on D. They were just 7 yards away from a touchdown, and they come up short again. So 6:36 and counting to go here before the halftime break, 27-0, and Hill City will take over with the football from their own 38-yard line. Shotgun set for Amrine. Two eligible to the right, one to the left. Takes the snap, hands it off. This is to Ashbaugh. Ashbaugh got some running room. He's at the 40. Stiff arms a man as he carries him all the way to the 35. It was Talon Savage coming in to make the tackle, and it'll bring up second down here and short for the Ringnecks after play number 1 of the drive. So a big-time play right there from Dayton Stephen, his second interception of the game alone. One that he took back to the house for 6 points. That one he takes for 38 yards. And it brings up second down and 3 after the rush there from Ashbaugh. Second and 3, 6 minutes before the halftime break. Trips out to the left, nobody to the right. Here for Amrine, who's got an empty backfield behind him. Takes the snap, hands it off. This time getting it is Steven. He's got some running room as he takes out across the 30, 25, 20, 15. One man to beat, lowers his shoulder, and he's tackled out of bounds. Great tackle to save the touchdown by Gage Willoughby at the 4-yard line. But it's enough to move the sticks and give the Ringnecks a chance to punch it in for a touchdown. So a pickup of 29 right there for Dayton Stephen as they ran a little tight end sneak, you could almost call it, where he comes up off the line and they just hand it to him in the backfield, almost like a shorter jet sweep where he comes right off the line. And he took it, juked a couple of defenders, and Gage Willoughby saves the touchdown. But it'll bring up first down and goal for the Ringnecks from the Red Devil 4-yard line. Amrine out of the shotgun, trips out to the right this time, nobody to the left. Amrine takes the snap, he's wanting to throw, rolling out to his right. Ostmeyer looking to get him down, but instead he'll throw it over the middle to Steven and in for his second passing touchdown of the game, and extends the lead out to 33-0 with 5:39 to go here before the halftime break. So Aiden Amrine, who has now completed his last count at 6 passes in a row. 2 of them going for a touchdown, and now he'll try to go for another PAT here. Snap ball down, and it's a bad snap, bad hold. They give it back to Amrine. He might be able to get in, and he does! Oh my goodness, what a play right there. Great heads-up ability by Balthazar to just basically hand that ball back to Amrine, and he gets in for the 2-point conversion to make it 35-0 here with 5:39 to go. We'll take a quick break. 35-0. Hill City in front. This is Oberlin Red Devil football on 101.1 KFNF. Back here from Hill City, where Aiden Amrine for his second touchdown pass of the day. He's now got 2 throwing, 1 rushing. Dayton Stephen has 2 touchdowns, 1 on an interception return for a touchdown, and 1 on a receiving end. Ashbaugh with a touchdown, and Jaden Nuss with a touchdown. And Hill City and their 178 total yards of offense, they lead at 27-0. Here with just 5:39 to go. Here's the kick, a high end-over-end spinner that will be taken right at the goal line. No, Capuzzo will take it. He's at the 10 to the 15, 20, got some running room, 25, 30, cuts back there, but he slipped, and he might have had himself a touchdown. He just slipped right at the last second, and the Red Devils will have good starting field position again for the second time here, as they have it out right about the 30-yard line is where they'll stay. First down and 10 with 5:32 to go before the halftime break. So the Red Devils' last drive, they had it all the way to the Ringneck 11-yard line, but through an interception as the pass just sailed over the top of Gage Willoughby. Might have had himself a touchdown. Would have been close, but Dayton Stephen was there to pick it off from behind, and he took it back about 38 yards. And a couple of plays later, Hill City was in for another touchdown to make it 35-0. It'll be Zadro under center. A couple of men in the backfield. Patton Gall, one of them. Here's the snap. Hands it off. This is Capuzzo that'll get the handoff as they went with that kind of two-back triple option set where they have Capuzzo along with Patton Gall back there. This time they hand it off to Capuzzo, and he's able to gain a couple of yards and bring up 2nd down and 7. So a 3-yard gain there for Capuzzo, who, like I mentioned, has been getting a lot of his touches in the run game, just on those jet sweeps. That time finally gets a handoff. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Red Devils with 5 minutes and counting to go before halftime. Shotgun set. It'll be Capuzzo. It'll be Patton Gall to take the snap. They were looking to get it to Zadro. He took off the other way. The ball goes off of Patton Gall's hands and into the hands of the waiting Ringnecks. And Hill City will come down with it, as it looks like Mitchell Presley is able to pick up the fumble recovery. That is his first fumble recovery of the season. Did have a forced fumble, but his first one, and the Red Devils give the football back on the fumble right there at the 26-yard line, and Hill City will look to punch it in. That is turnover number 3 today for the Red Devils. 4 technically, if you count the turnover and downs as well. Amrine out of the shotgun, empty backfield. Receivers out to either side, takes a snap. He's wanting to throw. He does, and shoots it over the middle of the pass. Will be picked off by Reed Ford at the 5. He races it up the middle. He's at the 20, dives his way to the 15. So how about that? Back-to-back turnovers within sequence of each other, and the Red Devils will get the ball back just about 5 yards from where they started the first time. So after all that, the Red Devils get the football back. I guess they'll take that. And after Amrine, who had looked so good, completed his last 6 passes, 2 of them going for touchdowns, that one goes for an interception. First turnover for Hill City. And now the Red Devils will have 1st down and 10 from their own 25-yard line with 4:43 to go. Shotgun set for Capuzzo. 2 eligible to the left, none to the right. Osmeyer on the right side. Fumbles the snap again, looking to pick it up. He just dives on top of it. And again, the Red Devils will start behind the line of scrimmage, as that will be a loss of a lot there for Patton Gall. They had it at the 25, and it's inside the 20 now at about the 19, so a loss of 6 there for Patton Gall on the run. Josiah now with 8 carries for 17 yards. 35-0, 4:17 and counting to go before the halftime break. Oberlin looking to go on a nice long drive here and take it into the half. Shotgun set here for Zadro. Man on his hip of the backfield. 2 eligible to the right. Takes the snap. He's wanting to throw. QB run up the middle. He's got some running room at the 20. Ball pops out again. And does Hill City fall on top of it? No, they were able to say Lucas Zadro was able to pick it back up. It did look like he lost it, but got it back maybe in midair just as he went back to the ground. And it brings up 3rd down and 14 after the pickup of 4 there for Lucas Zadro. So 3rd down and 14 for the Red Devils with 3:33 and counting to go before halftime. 35-0, Hill City in front. Out of the shotgun, this time will go Patton Gall. 1 receiver to the right, none to the left, takes the snap, wanted to throw it out to the right, and he was looking for Reed Ford, who was still running at the 30, and I was wondering if he thought Reed was going to come back right about the 30-yard line on a little in route, and instead he just underthrows him. Josiah now with his 11th pass of the day. He's 4 for 11 for 38 yards and 2 picks. 4th down and 14. Garrett Emick will be out to punt it away from the 10. See if they can have a good snap and a kick here. It's good snap, good kick, and Emick puts a nice boot into this one. That will take a bounce right at about the 32, roll inside the 25 to about the 20. That's where it'll be picked up by Josiah Patton Gall or Lucas Zadro, one of the two. And the Red Devils will give it back to the Ringnecks with 3:10 to go before the break, and the Ringnecks in front 35-0, excuse me. So the Ringnecks will have the football. 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Good, solid punt right there by Garrett Emick. And everything went right. Got the snap down, got a good hold from him there on the snap, and was able to get it away. Amrine out of the shotgun. Receivers out to either side. Amrine takes the snap, wanting to throw, and he lost the ball himself. Dives on top of it. Who's got the ball? There's white and red jerseys all over. And it looks like Amrine was able to get it back as flushing in from the left side there were the Red Devils, and they might have got a piece of it, or Amrine just lost it on his way to throw, and it'll bring up second down and away long here for the Ringnecks. 2nd and 16 after Amrine just has to fall on it for a loss of 6. So 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go here before halftime. 2nd down and 16 for the Ringnecks. Receivers out to either side. Nuss in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right, and flags will come in. They'll say a false start will be called on the Ringnecks, and that'll move them back 5 yards. 3rd penalty today for the Ringnecks for 15. And with 2:28 to go now here before halftime, the Ringnecks will now have the football 3rd down and 2nd down and 21 from about the 9-yard line.
5-yard penalty against the Ringnecks. Brings up 2nd and 21 from the 9.
2nd down and 21 here for the Ringnecks. The Ringnecks will have the football. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff. Amrine will take it up the middle of the football field. He's got some running room out across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 30, still on his feet into Red Devil territory to the 20, to the 15. He was almost gone, and coming in to get him was Josiah Pattengall from behind as the Ringnecks had 2nd down and 21 from the 9-yard line, and Aiden Amrine breaks 4 tackles and is able to break a couple of shoestring tackles too to make it all the way inside Red Devil territory at the 14-yard line. So he takes it from the 9 to the 14. What a huge gain for Amrine. Hurry up offense. Here's the snap. Throws it out into the flat. Pass caught by Steve on the far side of the football field. Still on his feet, making his way down. Diving for the pylon. Is he in? Yes, he is for a touchdown. It'll be Tate Balthazar, on the far side of the field for a touchdown. And the Ringnecks punch it in, this time from 14 yards out. And the Ringnecks make it a 41-0 lead. We'll make it 42 here if Amrine can get the touchdown to go. So it was a 57-yard run. Amrine, snap, ball down. Perfect hold this time. The kick, it is up and through. And the Ringnecks take the lead 42-0 with 1 minute and 38 seconds to go here before halftime. We'll come back with more Oberlin Red Devil football right here on today's Best Country 101.1 KFNF. Welcome back here from Hill City. 1 minute and 38 seconds to go before halftime. Hill City in front 42-0. And the Red Devils trying to maybe run the timeout and still have this thing go to the second half, as Hill City just 3 points away from ending this thing early. But it was a 59-yard run on 2nd down and 21 that kept that drive going from none other than Aiden Amrine, who punches it through the back of the end zone. But Aiden broke 4 or 5 tackles, I'd say, and a lot of them were at the legs, and he just kept the legs going and got all the way to the 12-yard line and threw it out to Balthazar, who took care of business, rushing his way down the sideline, diving for the touchdown in the pylon, and to make it 42-0 after the Amrine kick. Minute and 38 seconds to go before the break. Red Devils will have first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. The Red Devils have gotten a couple of good drives together, but over the past couple, it's been tough. Last drive was a little tough. Couple of mistakes. Holding penalty backed him up. Shotgun set here for Zadro. Man on the tip of the backfield. Takes the snap. QB run up the middle. He's got some room. Out across the 20. Still on his feet as he makes his way towards the sticks. Flags will come in from behind, and we'll see if there's going to be a holding penalty called. Yes, there will. So he got about a gain of 8 there, and we'll see where they go from. So the flag will move the Red Devils back. So they'll just have it first down and 20 here. First down about 18 after the loss. So they'll say Lucas was able to pick up a couple before the hold came in. That'll make it first down and 22. So they'll say he actually lost 12 yards. Out of the shotgun here is Patton Gall wanting to throw. He does. Pass is caught there on the far side by Gage Willoughby as he gets back to the original first marker at about the 15. So he's able to pick up quite a few yards right there. There to Gage Willoughby. So bring up second down and 9 after a great pickup through the air there. Pickup of 11. Pickup of 13, excuse me, through the air there from Patton Gall to Willoughby. Out of the shotgun this time is Zadro. Here's the snap. QB run up the middle, and he lowers his shoulder, gets a couple of yards, but then he's wrapped up and brought way back at the 20, all back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll say he does get out to about the 20 with forward progress, and it'll bring up third down here for the Red Devils with about a minute and 10 seconds to go. So see if the Red Devils want to tick this all the way down and then force Hill City to kind of go on a big, long drive here for the half if they can get a good punt off. So third down and 6 after the pickup of 3 there for Lucas Zadro on second down. Big time play coming here for the Red Devils. 4 for 7 on third down tonight. 50 seconds and counting to go. They'll have to snap the ball. Third down and 6 from their own 19. Rushing up. Patton Gall out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Still wanting to throw. He does. Over the middle. Has a man wide open. Osmeyer at the sticks. And he carries it across. So Tyler Osmeyer needed 6. He's able to pick up 8 through the air. And with 34.1 seconds to go, the Red Devils get a much needed third down conversion. As it was Josiah Patton Gall this time hitting none other than Tyler Osmeyer again for his fourth reception of the contest, tying the team high for the season. And it'll bring up first down and 10 for the Red Devils from the 28-yard line of their own with 18 seconds before the break. And the Red Devils will try to run a play here. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Now wanting to throw as Zadro shoots it out into the flat. Pass is caught right there. No, they'll say incomplete maybe, or caught right there by Patton Gall. He's able to maybe pick up a half a yard with 9 seconds to go. So they do say he's able to pick up a yard there through the air. So Zadro has hit Patton Gall tonight. Patton Gall has hit Zadro. Second down and 9 with 9 seconds to go before the break. 42-0 here in the second quarter of play, and that might be our final play of the half, and it will be. So the Zeros will hit the scoreboard 42-0. Oberlin down to Hill City as we head to halftime. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, give you your stats as well as some halftime scores from around the state. 42-0, Hill City in front. It's Oberlin Red Devil football right here on today's Best Country 101.1 KFNF. Welcome back here. Halftime from Hill City, where the Ringnecks are in front 42-0. As it's Oberlin Red Devil football here on 101.1 KFNF, today's best country. Sam Knoll alongside you, taking you through your halftime report here for you today. Boy, beautiful night for football. Started out at 77 degrees at kickoff. The sun is tucked behind the horizon, but we didn't have a single cloud in the sky. It's nighttime now here in Hill City, 63 degrees at the moment, but a beautiful night for football. Not a breeze at all. Haven't had any papers flying around or anything like that, so we'll always take that as play-by-play guys anyway. 42-0 here at the break. Hill City in front. Take you through your scoring summary here tonight. It's been all Hill City, like I mentioned, from start to finish. They started it out just with under a minute into the game. It was Aiden Amrine running in a 41-yard touchdown run. He would go out to attempt the PAT on the first drive and just boot it off the left crossbar. So the PAT would be no good and put Hill City in front 6-0. Then Hill City would get the football back after a long drive by the Red Devils. Got stopped a little bit early there, and so the Red Devils had to punt the ball away, and Hill City would take the ball and get a Jaden Nuss touchdown run from 10 yards out with 6:07 to go. This time, Amarine's PAT would be good to make it 13-0. Then, with 3:24 to go, they would punch in another touchdown on a Dayton Stephen 45-yard interception return for a touchdown. It was a broken play in which Josiah Pattengall had the football, and it bounced off of his hands. He picked it up and just threw it up, hoping somebody was open, and the only person that was Dayton Stephen, and he took it back for a 45-yard interception return for a touchdown to make 20-0. That would be our score after that first quarter of play, and then Hill City would score 22 more points there in the second quarter, and they would get their first one coming with 11:55 to go in the second quarter of play, in which Aiden Amrine would hit Tyler Ashbaugh for a 1-yard touchdown pass. PAT would be good to make it 27-0. Then it would go a little bit without a touchdown as the Red Devils would go on a nice long methodical drive that would take them all the way to the Hill City 11. But again, it was Josiah Pattengall looking for Gage Willoughby, this time at about the 5 or close to the goal line. And again, he comes up short as he overshoots Gage Willoughby. Dayton Stephen was there right at the goal line to pick him off. He took it back 38 yards. It set up a really good drive starter there for the Ringnecks, and they would drive the ball right back down the field. And with 5:39 to go, Aiden Amrine would hit Dayton Stephen for a 4-yard touchdown pass. This time they would go for the PAT as well through the kick version of it from Aiden Amrine again, and the snap would not go well as the hold back onto the tee fell off the tee, and so Balthazar just picked it up, handed off to Amrine, who broke 2 tackles and ran it in for a hard-earned 2-point conversion to make it 35-0. And then again, the Hill City Ringnecks would have second down and 21 on their next drive after the Red Devils would punt it away to them. They'd have second down and 21 from the 9-yard line, and Aiden Amrine would go on a 59-yard run to take it all the way to the Oberlin Red Devil 12, in which he'd break about 4 or 5 Oberlin Red Devil tackles. One play later, Aiden Amrine would hit Tate Balthazar on a nice little screen pass out into the flat. He would juke 2 tacklers, dive for the pylon, and get in for a 12-yard touchdown pass. PAT would be good, and it would be 42-0, and that would be our halftime score here from Hill City. So the Red Devils so far, they've had a couple of good drives, one that took them all the way to the 11. The first 2 of the game really got going, but just couldn't sequence the plays together to get it going. Red Devils have come up with some big conversions. One they couldn't, though, and one that really they needed was on 4th down and inches at about the 30-yard line. They gave the football back, and the Ringnecks would find their way into the end zone just a couple of plays later. A couple of interceptions, a fumble. It's been tough for the Red Devils here tonight in the turnover department. Just limiting those mistakes could be a different game. Still a lot on the line if the Red Devils can somehow be able to come back a furious comeback, and it'd be one heck of a comeback, and it is possible. Seen it done before. Anything can happen. If they're able to come back and win this game, it would certainly shake up the standings in District 6 and might be able to punch themselves into the postseason. That's what Hill City is playing for here on senior night. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you some halftime scores from around the state of Kansas in 8-man Division I and some other classes as well from around the area. 42-0 here at halftime. Hill City in front. It's Oberlin Red Devil football on 101.1 KFNF. Back here from Hill City, halftime from Hill City in Ring Neck Field. Boy, beautiful night for football. Couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, who would have thought, who would have thunk that we would be having a 90-degree day almost in the middle of October? I wouldn't. My hand wouldn't shoot up when you tell me that. But, boy, it's just been a beautiful night for football. No wind, which is crazy for northwest Kansas, central part of Kansas, and Nebraska. Absolutely crazy that we have no wind. But, yes, we've had no wind today. Beautiful day for football. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. And showing up, hauling the stuff up to the top of the bleachers here, it's starting to sweat a little bit. That's how hot it was outside today. But it's certainly cooled off tonight. Nice 67-degree night for some great football here from Hill City, where the Ringnecks are in front 42-0 so far. Just a few minutes here before each team will charge back out of the football field. If Hill City scores one touchdown, the game is over. Oberlin does have the ball to start the second half, though, so if they're able to punch it in, Hill City would have to score a couple of more times to get that 45-point rule. And that's what the Red Devils are really looking forward to here. And like I mentioned, anything can happen. So a comeback here would be certainly huge, and the Red Devils would certainly like it. Like I mentioned, coming in, a lot at stake for the Red Devils. If they win, they'd force a lot of mathematical equations between them and Hill City and Quinter to see who would get in as probably the fourth seed there from the district into the playoffs and who would go home or play that Week 9 game against another district. But instead, Oberlin, if they come up with a loss here, they will be the fifth team in the district with their lone win coming against Stockton. But Hill City would make the playoffs. Quinter would make the playoffs. The two teams that are already in are Atwood and Hoxie. They're battling it out tonight, and I wish I could get a score for you there. Might be able to round one up here for you in just a second. Do have some halftime scores from around the state, though, thanks to the guys over at Scores in Kansas. Big shout out to them. Mound Ridge on top of Harrington, 62-6. They get the job done at half. Harrington, that was a big game for them, but they're not able to get the job done. Argonia Attica is up at half over Oxford, 20-14. Lacrosse all over Ness City, 46-0. Dodge City on top of Wichita Southeast, 27-6. Hill City, like I mentioned, up on top of Oberlin here, 42-0. Looking at some other scores here from around the state. Wallace County blanking Thunder Ridge at the break, 36-0. And Central Burden and South Sumner, that's a battle of 7-0 teams tonight there on the eastern part of the state. It's Central Burden in front, 36-28 at the break. How about that? That's a good game. Scott City on top of Colby, 22-6. Phillipsburg on top of Plainville, 22-6. Hugoton all over Goodland, 42-0. Hutchinson on top of Andover, 21-0. Great Bend on top of Garden City, 21-7. Beloit on top of TMP, 6-0 at the break. And that'll do it for some halftime scores there from Scores in Kansas. Boy, do I love that Twitter app. They do such a great job. Those guys on Twitter from Scores in Kansas, they do such a great job getting us some scores. Halftime here from Hill City. They added a few more minutes back on the clock. 42-0 Hill City in front. It's been all Hill City from the break. 20 points in the first quarter, 22 in the second. The Red Devils have done a good job on a couple of different drives, just haven't been able to piece one together, for a good 10-play drive that takes them all the way down the field. They did piece one together, but it was an interception. They were right at about the goal line for the Red Devils that pushed them back and ended their chances there for that one. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have second half action here from Hill City. It's 42-0. Hill City in front. It's Red Devil football here on 101.1 KFNF. See if we can get Back here from Hill City, second half action about ready to start as Hill City won the toss, opted to receive first. They went down and scored on that possession, so it did work out. And Amrine will now get ready to get set and kick this one away, and he does. Sends a high end-over-end boot that will bounce at the 10 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. And who would have thunk it? Aiden Amrine touchback. He's just been doing that all day long here today. Red Devils down 42-0, and they will have the first possession here of the second half of play. See if they're able to get something going on it. They've had a couple of good drives there in that first quarter, but just couldn't get them to go together. Here's Pattingall in the first play. Looking at a pass. It's picked off by Steven. He's at the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. A pick six walk-off TD. And just 9 seconds into the second half, the ball game is over. Pattingall throws his third interception of the day. All of them to Dayton Steven. This time he runs it in for a touchdown, and it is final here from Hill City, 48-0. The Ringnecks get the win and solidify their spot. They will be playing in the postseason. Where they're going will be determined tomorrow, as Oberlin will not be making the postseason, as that streak, they haven't made the postseason since 2020, will continue into this year as Oberlin finishes the regular season with a record of 2-6 and 1-4 in district play. Hill City 5-3 and 3-2 in district play. We'll take a quick break and wrap things up here from Hill City. It's a 48-0 win for the Ringnecks. It's Oberlin Red Devil football right here on 101.1 KFNF. Welcome back here from Hill City, where the Red Devils losing it 48-0 tonight to the Hill City Ringnecks. Yes, if you flipped it over to another game or something like that and came back thinking it was still halftime and then you were hoping to hear the first play, well, the first play goes an interception return for a touchdown from 15 yards out, and the Red Devils lose 48-0. They went down into the break 42-0, so it was just going to take one touchdown for the Ringnecks to end it there at the third quarter. But the Red Devils do play into the third quarter here today, but they lose it 48-0. Second time they've been held scoreless this season, once by Hoxie, now once by Hill City. It's now been 3 years since the Red Devils have scored a touchdown on the Ringnecks. Take you through your scoring summary one more final time. It was Aiden Amrine getting in with our first touchdown of the game with 11:19 to go. Amrine runs it in from 41 yards out. PAT would be no good. 6-0 Hill City in front. Jaden Nuss would then run it in from 10 yards out with 6:07 to go in the first quarter of play to make it 13-0. 3:24 to go there in the first quarter of play. Dayton Steven would get a 45-yard interception return for a touchdown. He had 4 touchdowns today. Three touchdowns, 2 interception returns for a touchdown, and just 1 receiving touchdown, which we'll talk about in a second. But they led 20-0 after the first quarter. Then with 11:55 to go there in the second quarter of play, Hill City would get on the board to make it 27-0 as Aiden Amrine would hit Tyler Ashbaugh for a 1-yard touchdown pass. Aiden Amrine would hit Dayton Steven for a 4-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion would be good that time to make it 35-0. Aiden Amrine would then hit Tate Balthazar for a 12-yard touchdown pass to make it 42-0. And then just 9 seconds into the second half, Dayton Steven would pick off Josiah Pattingall there for an interception return for a touchdown. Give you your stats. Did not give you the individual stats there at halftime, so we'll give you those here at the end of the game. Jaden Nuss finishes with just 4 carries here tonight for a total of 29 yards and a touchdown. Aiden Amrine, a total of 4 carries for 103 yards. He had runs of 41 and 59 tonight. Dayton Steven with 1 carry for 29 yards. Tyler Ashbaugh, 2 carries for 15 yards here tonight. For Aiden Amrine, he finishes the night 8 of 10, did throw 1 interception for 67 yards, threw a couple of touchdown passes. Dayton Steven, 2 receptions for 23 yards. Tyler Ashbaugh, 2 receptions, for 10 yards. Jaden Nuss, 2 receptions for 18 yards, and they did get 1 reception here tonight. The Ringnecks did out of senior Mason Herman on the first play of the game for 3 yards. As for the Oberlin Red Devils tonight, they get 12 carries for 24 yards from Lucas Zadro, 8 carries for 17 yards from Josiah Pattengall. Jaden Capruso, 1 carry for 3 yards on the night. Lucas Zadro, 3 for 3 on the night for 21 yards. Josiah Pattengall finishes 6 of 14 for 59 yards, but does throw 3 interceptions tonight, 3 costly interceptions. Tough night for him. Receiving, Tyler Osmeyer, 4 receptions, ties the team high for receptions this season for 34 yards. Reed Fort, 1 reception for 9 yards. Talon Savage, 1 reception for 8 yards. Lucas Zadro, 1 reception for 15 yards. Josiah Pattengall, 1 reception for 1 yard tonight, and 1 reception for 13 yards to Gage Willoughby, who's had a catch in every game of the past 3 games of the season. Each team individually, Hill City finishes with 243 total yards on the night, 176 on the ground, 67 through the air. They did have 1 turnover, 3 penalties for 15 yards, 4 first downs. They did not have to attempt a 3rd down or a 4th down. That's pretty crazy. Oberlin finishes with 124 total yards on the night, 44 on the ground, 80 through the air. 4 turnovers for them on the night, 2 penalties for 20 yards, 6 first downs. They went 5 for 8 on 3rd down, pretty good for the Red Devils, but 0 for 1 on 4th down. So once again, those were your stats from tonight's game. The Oberlin Red Devils, like I mentioned, they finished the regular season 2-5 on the year, and the Hill City Ringnecks finished the season with a record of 5-3, 3-2 in district play. Oberlin goes 1-4. So Oberlin will not be in the playoffs next week, but they will play a Week 9 game, cross-district game against someone from District 6. Who yet, we don't know, as Mankato, Rock Hills, and Wichita Independent, I think, we're playing each other tonight. I think those were the 2 teams, and it'll be one of those 2 teams that they will play next week. If you remember back last year, it was Rock Hills that Oberlin matched up with in the Week 9 game, and it could be them again this week, depending. And then we'll talk about where they go next week as well. Hill City is into the playoffs. Do have a score there in the 3rd quarter. It was Hoxie on top of Rollins County, 16-14. That's for the district championship there in Atwood. Well, that'll do it for us here tonight. We'll be back on the air coming up next week. Where? We don't know yet. Who against who? We don't know yet. What time? We don't know yet. But we will be on the air next week, coming up on Thursday or Friday for the last Oberlin Red Devil game of the season. We'll also have Oberlin Red Devil volleyball coming up tomorrow, starting at right around 2:30 approximately, as they'll take on Rock Hills on the first round of Sub-State. We'll have all the games if Oberlin continues to win, and we hope that we do, as Coach Lindsey Fortin's squad primed and ready to make a run after a great Northwest Kansas, Western Kansas Liberty League tournament. So hopefully they're primed to make a run in the Sub-State tournament. Once again, that's coming up tomorrow right around 2:30, so make sure you give it a listen right here on 101.1 KFNF. Regular season comes to an end. Boy, what a heck of a ride it's been. Red Devils finish with a final record in the regular season of 2-6. I'm Sam Knowles signing off, saying so long and good night here from Hill City. It's a Hill City winner, 48-0.